Hey, what's up? Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Horror Debate. I am Jeff Rowdy Jake here, and with me, as always, Michael Mandy.
And this week we're going to be reviewing, well, it originally was called Brain Dead from 1992, but on the video box and over here in America they called it Dead Alive, directed by Peter Jackson before he did the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Otherwise known as Hype.
Yeah.
And how fitting that Peter Jackson would call this movie Brain Dead, because
you gotta be to
what, did he look in the mirror that morning?
Oh man,
did he look in the mirror that morning and go, I'm gonna be brain dead at the entire recording of this movie?
All I can say is I am so glad that I saw the Lord of the Rings films first before I saw this movie, because if I would have seen this movie and they said, oh, we're giving this guy the Lord of the Rings, I'd have gone out and taken a contract out on some people. Now I would have gone nuts.
Let me explain something to you.
This movie is just
This flick, okay, I had heard so much hype about this movie on the internet.
Twisted.
On the internet, okay?
People love this film.
Why do I believe anything I read on the internet?
You shouldn't.
Why?
Don't. I don't know why.
I don't even know if I could go to CNN.com and believe anything that I read on the internet. Okay? Now, I'm over here at the IMDb,
the Internet Movie Database,
right?
Excellent website.
And first of all, let me say that this thing is way off. It ought to be taken off the internet, okay? Because the first thing that I notice is that people are giving this movie 7.5 out of 10 stars.
Yeah, people, you're allowed to rate films yourself on this website.
What reefer are they on? What can I have some? Because I'll rewatch it.
That's just. I think you need to be on something
seriously,
to enjoy this film.
Seriously,
it is so. But to give a point, they wanted to go over the top. It wanted to be zany and crazy, almost like the Sam Raimi Evil Dead Army of Darkness film. They said they want to go further than they've ever gone before, but with a weird, twisted sense of humor.
What are you trying to do to me in this
review? I didn't like this.
No. But you mentioned two other bad movies in conjunction with this bad movie.
Well, yeah. I find a connection.
But it's too much input, Mike. It's too much input. I can't handle three bad movies at a single review.
Zany and crazy and twisted.
Well, and I could see where some people might find this funny, Charles Manson or somebody, somebody would dig this and think it's funny.
This is the film to take to the frat party when the first keg is drained.
The frat party?
Frat party.
Oh, the frat party. Okay, yeah. Well, okay, the deal with this movie is that it was billed. This thing was billed as the goriest film ever made.
Right.
Maybe for its time, I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, I don't. I mean, they use a lot of fake blood in it, but,
Yeah, but it doesn't look real. It doesn't look, there's nothing about this movie.
This film is so over the top.
Mike, I'm pulling out the stupid stick.
Yep.
I'm pulling it out again. Remember, it comes out in all these reviews, man, Return of the Living Dead. The stupid stick has been reborn for Peter Jackson's, Brain Dead Peter Jackson's movie.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, go ahead and run down whatever plot there is.
Okay, the plot of this film basically is a young guy living with his mother. He's a mama's boy.
Right there, you lost me. A young guy living with his mother. Who wants to watch that?
You live with your mother.
No. Hey,
I'm just kidding.
You know what? Don't even go. Don't even.
I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
So, anyways, no, and this weird mutant animal thing that people get from this strange, bizarre island infects people, makes them turn into zombies, mutant, weird zombies. Next thing you know, his mom turns into one, but he's got to hide that fact, and he still feels guilty and has to take care of her as she's decomposing and turning into this crazy zombie, and people come over to the house, and they get attacked. Next thing you know, there's zombies having sex on the dinner table, there's baby zombies being born, there's lawnmower killings, there's just red blood splattered everywhere.
Listen to you.
Over the top.
You sound like you're high. You sound like you're just
Maybe that's how they came up with the concept of this film.
I can't wrap even
Dude,
anything around
just
this
to have
movie.
the guy lift a lawnmower up and just mow them all
No,
down.
don't get me wrong now. In the right setting.
Let's just have a zombie party, man.
In the right setting, that scene could have been cool. Okay? I mean, I like the concept of that. I like the lawnmower concept. And I kept hearing about it. And I'm like, I gotta see this flick because there's this lawnmower. See, the guy's mowing people down, man. I gotta check this out. Well, it did nothing for me. If you'll remember correctly, we watched this movie together.
Yeah.
I was throwing an all-night horror fest.
Rowdy's all night.
Oh, Rowdy can go all night. Believe that.
Yeah.
Okay, now anyway, so we put this in, and like people,
I tried to warn you about it because
started leaving.
I saw this, and I tried to warn you.
People started leaving.
Tried to warn you.
You know, and I'm not one to stop a movie like in the middle. You know, I don't care if people are leaving or not. Okay, once I started, I'm gonna finish
You're
it.
determined, man.
I'm gonna finish it. Okay.
Well, I think plus also you said they can't go crazier, and then they do.
Well,
I mean, let's take the baby zombie to the amusement park and watch people. Oh, what a cute baby! Ah!
I knew within 10 minutes.
Oh, it was bad.
I knew within 10 minutes of putting this movie on, I made a horrible mistake.
Yeah.
Okay, this was not something that this crowd was going to enjoy. You have to remember, that night we started off with what? We started out with Maniac. Right?
And then Day of the Dead.
Oh, God. Okay.
Listen to that review.
Yeah, listen to that review and you'll know what my oh God's about, okay? And then we went into, did we go into this next? I think we did.
This next.
And it was like going from crap to more crap, you know? I couldn't, I was like, what are we doing? I mean, my party was blown, man.
Yeah.
It was like, nobody was having fun anymore, you know? And,
See, that's because you didn't let me pick the film.
Oh, well, you would have probably picked this.
No, I wouldn't.
You
I
know
don't
what?
like this film. To me, this film was stupid.
Oh, my God. You were trying to defend The Wicker Man, and this film is stupid?
I didn't defend The Wicker Man.
Listen to the review.
I just explained The Wicker Man.
Oh.
I defended Return of the Living Dead. I defended Monster Dog.
Mike.
I'm not defending this one,
There is
though.
no movie on earth that has a more appropriate name than Monster Dog, okay? I'm telling you that right now. That's it. But, you know, like I said, man, I am not one, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Stupid horror does nothing for me. It does nothing for the genre. It does nothing to enhance anybody's experience other than sit there and maybe get drunk and stoned and watch blood fly, you know, but you can do that with, like, it's WWE now. So, I don't know. I couldn't go there.
It's just Peter Jackson made movies, silly, zany, crazy, stupid movies, you know.
Like King Kong. Right? I mean, like...
No, but I mean, when he was starting out, you know, the Bad Taste, God, that was... And then this movie, and it's like I said, if someone would have said, oh, yeah, this guy's going to make Lord of the Rings, no way. Lord of the Rings is a serious subject with serious... You've got to have discipline for that kind of stuff.
Wait.
This movie has no discipline.
Wait. This movie should have been called Bad Taste.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
He was just a little early on that.
Well, no, he called it Brain Dead. You know?
Brain Dead Bad Taste movie. That would have been it.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been it. That's the title, dude. Rename it again. Okay? And this was done in 92.
Yeah.
This was done in 92, and you're thinking, in 1992, what other movies were happening in 1992? You know,
a lot of movies already happened since 92.
Well, I understand that, but I'm
movies.
just talking about that time frame.
Well, he was living in New Zealand. I mean, what else was going on in New Zealand at the time?
I gotta say this. I heard Lewis Black the other day talk about New Zealand, and he said, if you ever get the opportunity to visit New Zealand, don't. He said, you know why? Because nobody should be on a plane for more than 8 hours, and it's a 22-hour flight from the States.
Not from the States.
He said, if the people of New Zealand would like to be closer to us and be part of the, world, they should, like, jump off their island and push it closer. You know?
Well, but
I was cracking up, man. I was like, no disrespect to the people of New Zealand.
I think that added to the Lord of the Rings because it was all so barren and wasteland. I believed it was Middle Earth.
Right.
Anyways, I want to go to New Zealand.
I would love
but
to.
I tell you, I do not want to go see a Peter Jackson film in New Zealand.
I would love to go visit New Zealand. That's no disrespect to the people of New Zealand. I just thought that was hilariously funny, man, But,
Brain Dead.
Back to this movie, you said it all. We could have just said that and ended this whole thing, ended everybody else's pain. You know what? I'm going to give this movie...
Dead Alive.
I'm going to give this movie 1 star.
Really?
For the simple fact...
Dude, you never cease to amaze me.
For the simple fact that there was some, like, imagination, okay, in some of the kills and in some of the stupidity of the whole thing. There still was some creativity and imagination, okay? And I'm stretching here, no doubt about it.
Yeah, you're stretching.
No doubt about it. The bomb is lit, dude. The bomb is lit, right? But I'm trying to push it over the fence to that 1 star, and it was a little bit of what am I trying to say?
Over the top.
It was over the top. It
Zany.
was yeah, and I think I probably cracked a smile on a couple of occasions. I might have been passing some air, but I'm just saying. I think I did.
It might have been that burrito you
had. It might have It might have been. So I'm just going. I'm going
Wow.
for the single star. If we did halves, which we don't, but if we did halves, I would say there's probably like a half star. But I'm gonna push it to the star because I can get with it a little bit. I mean, like I said, just for the lawnmower scene alone, it's probably worth a star. Just for somebody thinking that up. You know what I mean? Okay. It sounds like something I dream about.
This is really straight. Usually I'm the one that gives someone benefit of the doubt, and you're the one,
bomb
it, go away, bomb it.
The
movie was a waste of time.
Well,
Bomb
it was.
Bomb it.
It was a waste of time in a lot of ways, but like I said, I can see some creativity and some imagination, and I think a lot of movies could borrow some of that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it certainly wasn't a clone of anything else.
No, this was definitely a unique film.
And just for that,
I have never seen a pair of zombies having sex on a dinner table before.
You gotta come over to my house, dude. You gotta come over to my house.
God, I've just got a terrible visual in my head now.
Anyway, man.
I'm never eating dinner on that table ever again.
Anyway, 1 star.
And I'm bombing it. I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.